This is our Helios 500 laptop that we just announced today, and inside has an 8th gen Intel Core i9 processor, 8950HK. Of course, the K means overclocking. In addition to that, it does have NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070 graphics, so it can handle a lot of different gameplay. On this particular model, we're using a 4K display, but we also have full HD displays, which are up to 144 Hz refresh rate. Now, one of our key things that we have with any of our devices, our Predator devices, is Predator Sense. And this will allow you to do overclocking as well as give you monitor for fan control. So let's go ahead and take a look. So here in Predator Sense, this is where you get everything from one center. You can check out your lighting, your overclocking. In this we have 4 different RGB zones for 16.8 million colors. You can choose whichever fits you best. Overclocking as well, which we, as long as your AC adapter is plugged in, you can go into turbo for both GPU and CPU. The i9 SKU is what will be overclockable. You can set up your hotkeys right over here. So with Predator Sense, you can have about a 25 key setup. And right here, you have your macro keys right there at the top that you can program to whatever fits your exact needs. As with any of our laptops and desktops as well, you do have fan control, whether you want to go auto, max, or custom. My personal preference, always max. Most gamers won't complain about a loud fan if they can help it. We expect that our systems are going to get loud when we actually turn on the device, and that the batteries are going to be drained most of the time as well. In addition to that, we're monitoring. Let's go take a look. Monitoring just gives you a good overlook over how the health of your system, CPU and GPU, and so on. One of the new features that's just been out a while is Game Sync. While we don't have any setup on here, you can download a Game Sync profile for certain games, and it will automatically adjust the settings for that game using Predator Sense, similar to some of what NVIDIA has done as well. And finally, the App Center, which obviously some of our apps that come with the device when you purchase the device itself. Now, cooling all of this is our Aeroblade 3D technology. These are 59 blades, ultra-thin, all-metal fans that are designed to keep throttling to an absolute minimum. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Aeroblade 3D fans on the bottom here. And so you can see right here we have 2 fans in place, as well as 5 heat pipes. This will help distribute heat completely throughout the system so that you'll barely notice or even a non-existent throttling happening while gaming. You also have your 2.1 sound system as well. Okay, let's place that back up. Okay. And say you do some online gaming. Everybody does. Fortnite's extremely popular. You do have killer Double Shot Pro as well as killer Ethernet to kind of control the traffic that's going on and keep your ping to an absolute minimum. It's pretty important if you're doing any online gaming. You need to control that ping and control that traffic to get an edge. So the Predator Helios 500, what I want to mention about the display is the design of it. And you do have a 4K option, but you also have full HD with 144 Hz refresh rate and NVIDIA G-Sync. These are pretty essential for most gamers in that they will keep your frame rate fluid without tears whatsoever. And you've got the GPU and the CPU power overclockable to really back that up as well. In addition to that, you will notice that this does look different than our previous Helios 300. And that's because we have introduced a new VI, a new visual identity with our latest Predator devices. It's more geometric. You've got a lot of side paneling on the side here. Let me show these to you. So these right here, this is also integrated into our design where we have open vents. It's not only it's useful for the system, but you can see it's blue on the inside. And a lot of people might not even notice the blue heat sinks, which is just a small attention to detail that we do because, well, we care about the devices. In addition to that, similar to the 21X, you've got the blue heat sinks right in the back, and you also have a triangular sort of geometric design that we've integrated into the new VI as well. And of course, you've got DisplayPort and HDMI support right there. But these aren't the only I/O ports that you have available. You do have, over here if we go to the side, USB 3.0 support, as well as your audio jacks, but the real main call out is the Thunderbolt technology. If you have an Intel-based system, You have 2 Thunderbolt ports and USB 3.0 Type-C support and killer Ethernet all on one side. So if you want to plug in more displays or up to 3 4K displays, you can do so. So the Helios 500, I should mention, also does have NVMe SSD support, including up to 3 terabytes of 3 terabytes of HDD hard drive. So if you need a lot of storage still, if your games take up a lot of space, you can do that. Most gamers prefer to put their games on the SSD device, and you can go up to 512 gigabytes of an SSD if you want something a bit larger. Naturally, the price will increase because of that. For memory, you can have up to 64 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. Granted, it's a lot. I would be impressed if you used it. In addition, you have Intel Optane support up to 32 gigabytes. This will allow you to cache whatever particular program or any sort of application that you want quick access to. If your game's over 32 gigabytes, Optane might not be the ideal choice, but some games are in that range and it will load faster as a result. The Helios 500, I should mention, it is available, so you can check with your local retailer for the recent price to see how much it costs and give it a shot on your own. So go to extremes because Helios can handle the heat.